What's going on, guys? My name is Phil, and welcome back to Metal Gear. Really, it's kind of a final thoughts video. I really didn't think about what I was gonna say going into this. Ooh, the sun's gone. But this is kind of wrap up everything. You know, I've been polluting you guys with a lot of Metal Gear, like a lot. But then again, this is my favorite series of all time, and I kind of wanted to share it with all you. Not as many heavy spoilers in here, but there will be spoilers just to let you guys know if I'm just talking about something. And this, and then that just comes up, it's just going to be something they have to, you know, you're going to have to get over and just adjust. Because I'm assuming if you're watching this that you have beaten Metal Gear already, and if that, you've even watched my, what was that called? It was like the spoilers discussion video I made. But anyways, yeah, long story short, if you haven't bought this game yet, and if you're thinking about playing something that's definitely going to take a lot of your time, let me just put this in retrospective. By play records, I think it's about 107 hours right now. So that's pretty ridiculous. And I'm only 65% done with the game, so there's still a lot to do, but most of it's completion. I've done every single mission, I've done every single side up, I've almost created almost every single gun except for a couple of things I need to level up my R&D to going into. This is one of the things I wanted to talk about. The R&D is it's just so ridiculous to level up. Like, a lot of the weapons will require a 60 on one of these. So, like, at the end of the day, you're going to need to have 60 on all of these. Which, I'm not too far away. 50s it's pretty high, but it takes a lot of effort. It'd be like going from, like, 30 to 45 is the equivalent of going like from 50 to 60. I know I talked about that like big huge level gap between them, but yeah, it's gonna take a while for me to hit 60, and then also I need to get my security up to 60 just to get, or 50 to get the trophy for an army. 60 so I can get all the weapons made. I'm actually working on that right now, and I have the what they call what do they call them again? The combat deployment. I'm doing I still call them outer ops because, you know, Peace Walker, they were called outer ops, and it just sounds more familiar to me. But yeah, those are taking a sweet ass time. I probably should have done that while I was playing the game, to be honest, because it feels like that would have saved me a lot of time. But yeah, there's that. Yeah, like I said, if you guys haven't went out and bought this game, it is super fun. There is some things that are kind of left open when you beat the game. You'll definitely see that. And then also, I wanted to discuss the possibility of there being downloadable content, or possibly another game actually coming out by the end of the year. The reason why I was saying this is because there was a couple of rumors going around, like I said, it's just rumors. It's something that could be completely, you know, this could be the last Metal Gear that's officially made by Kojima. There could be nothing. But apparently what was going around, and for a while it was yesterday or 2 days ago for you guys, there was this thing called Blackhound that was going around, and everyone's like, oh yeah, it's it's Metal Gear Solid 5, like what really should have been, or it's like something like that. Well, it ended up being like an indie game or something, if I'm familiar. Ooh, I got morale. Give me that morale going on. Everybody salute me. Ooh, that's cool. They just, because of that, the morale goes up and then this goes up. But that ended up being a big phony fake. Everyone was kind of upset about that. Don't know. I was kind of on that hype train because I want more. The game officially ends, like, as in, like, I mean, there's parts where you're like, oh yeah, there's these loose ends that need to be tied up that aren't explained, but I don't know if he did that on purpose or not. And then today, they actually found that there was a title card that said Chapter 3 piece, and while that could be anything where it was scrapped early in development and just something that's completely irrelevant, that's something that people are like, oh my gosh, they're gonna make DLC to end the game. Because Chapter 2 was abnormally short. Like, Chapter 2 was like 6 missions, Chapter 1 was like 30, so it was actually pretty ridiculous how fast you can blaze through the second chapter. So there's possibility for that. There's possibility for, you know, like another game, which could be, Kojima could just be totally pulling our leg and he's just making another Metal Gear, or he's making a remake to Metal Gear 1 that has, like, some more information. But, you know, it could be a whole bunch of different reasons. Boom! But it's, you know, it's all about, like, how you portray it. Like, I'm super on the hype train for maybe some DLC. I don't think they'll be making another game. It doesn't seem like that would be you know, that wouldn't be really big. But I would love to see some DLC, maybe like tie up some loose ends. Even like if it even wasn't just, you know, that, maybe if they even added like more side ops or just, you know, more in general. I was so intrigued by, like, just take a look at this.
Please select a mission.
Like 50 of these, which you can replay them all. I have to get S ranks on them. It's gonna take me fucking forever. And then 157 of these. These are ridiculous and long, and they take forever to do. And you know what? I had a blast doing them. So if they made some more side ops, you know, even if it's just like prisoner, like grabbing the prisoner and stuff, I would totally be cool with that, because I don't know, it's just something that I enjoyed. Another thing that everyone's kind of like freaking out about is the plot. The plot has a lot of holes in it, and then I won't go into super big detail, but there's some certain things that just don't match up, and some things that look like they were kind of, you know, cut late in development, which the game, it seems like it kind of was cut up. Maybe there was supposed to be more content, or maybe there wasn't, and then this is just like the end product. But I know that episode 51, which I won't disclose what it is, was cut from the game, but you can actually look it up and you can know how episode 51 goes, and actually how it ends too. So it doesn't like completely leave you out in the dark. They actually tell you what happens in 51. Maybe it was just Kojima just thought maybe it wouldn't fit in the game very well, so he just was like, you know what, just scrap it. Apparently it is canon, but it's, you know, it's something that he took out, and I guess he has his reasons. But yeah, I would love to see DLC for this game. I would love to, you know, see the whole 9 yards. I'd play this game over if it wasn't for the sheer fact of having, like, you know, that feel of, I've worked so hard, I don't want to do, you know, more work on the same thing. If I want to play more, dispatch successful, cool. Oh, did I lose any peeps? That's why I should be checking. They're talking about my doggy. That's what they are. Ooh, that is some good news. That's because Dee Dee is a wolf. Oh my god. They are freaking out.
Staff assigned.
I love the staff when they do stuff like that. But yeah, there's so many things that they could have done. I should probably deploy an outer op thing while I have the chance to do it. But yeah, there's so many things they could do for this game. I'm not saying that this game is completely perfect, but it became like one of my favorite games of all time. I'm super into it, especially with the whole like Metal Gear Solid 3 finally like showing everything that's happening there. Kind of wraps up some stuff that's, you know, just I didn't think it was gonna happen. And yeah, if this ends up becoming like a full-on thing where like this is only like half the game, I'll totally play it more. You know, I don't have a problem with, you know, playing even more than I have, because to be honest, I enjoyed this thoroughly. This is probably one of the best games I played in my entire life. This is the best stealth game I've ever played in my entire life. Maybe the narrative is a little bit off, but I mean, just in general, it's definitely a 10 out of 10. I definitely agree with everyone. It's just something, if you haven't picked it up and you guys want an experience that's going to be totally unique and just totally something that's completely different out of the case, it's going to be this game. It's going to be, you know, playing this game for hours on end and then basically ignoring everything else in your life. My vacation technically ends today, or yesterday for you guys if you're watching this. So it's literally took out my whole vacation. I did some other things, but you know, this was my most of it. For the last 2 days, I really haven't had anything to do. I've been doing all the like missions, but I've been really building up Mother Base and just messing around because you know how fun it is. But yeah, if you guys have some time to kill, if you guys like Witcher kind of games, or like, you know, Dragon Age and the length that you have to put into it and the time and the effort and like leveling up, this is definitely your kind of game, because if you treat it with like RPG aspects, like look at this. I mean, you got You got your combat unit, which is like your backup, so it's like your base. You got the defense, which is really shitty because of how fucking late they give it to you in the game. You have your R&D team, which is basically how, like, your upgrading of your weapons, so your character is upgrading. Your base development, which is how fast you get those resources, so it's like, you know, how fast you gain experience. And then you got the support unit, which is like the helping of like combat, or I guess something like similar to that. The intel, which is, you know, helps you in the field when it comes to like enemies and stuff, so maybe even like your radar kind of thing. And then your medical team, which is, you know, how, you know, you get certain items that patch you up and stuff. So there's a lot of RPG elements in this you have to like recognize. It's not traditionalized because Big Boss can't be leveled up, just the prosthetic. But it's unique. It has RPG, it's action, it's stealth. It's even to extend it's a open world adventure game. It's all of these things just combined, and it makes the game so amazing and so addictive, and I cannot stop playing it. But yeah, like I said, guys, if you haven't already, pick up this game. It's one of the best games I've played of 2015. It's one of the best games I played of the 2010. It's just one of the best games I played in my entire life. It's just something you guys should definitely look into. You got some time? You know, take a look at this, stop into your local retailer. They most likely will have it. It's something that's super popular right now. And then, like I said, guys, you guys hope for that DLC or something along, because even though if it doesn't happen, I won't be super crazy upset, but I'll be disappointed that I didn't get to see those loose ends tied up. So, guys, don't forget to subscribe. If you guys have any ideas for games I should play in the future, leave it in the comments below. If you could tell me, like, it would help me out so much. Other than that, guys, hope for that DLC, and stay classy.